Howdy doody. It is 5 o'clock on Sunday evening, and we're live. We're live on Live at 5. Gonna see what we can see for next week. Got a lot happening. Well, not as much as was happening last week. Last week it seemed like we had all the happenings last week. Hopefully this week won't be anywhere near as many happenings. All right. I'm giving a chance to all the platforms to tell the people that we're here. Let everybody know that we're here. Educator to Trader is live, checking out what's going to happen next week. I sure hope everybody's had a really good weekend, right? We still have another day. Martin Luther King's birthday is tomorrow. The inauguration is also happening tomorrow, but it's Martin Luther King's birthday. That's why the market is closed. The market is closed for Martin Luther King birthday, not for the inauguration. The inauguration just happens to be happening on Martin Luther King birthday. Hey, Ward, how you been? Seems like I've missed you. We hadn't seen you in a while. What's going on here? My microphone needs to be adjusted, and I'm not really sure how to tighten up this little thing right here. Okay, that's tight, but this is not. I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll figure it out. Of course, you don't think about figuring all this stuff out until it's time to be live, and then you're like, now I must go fix all the things, and it's not the time to fix all the things, right? That's not the time. It's not the time to be fixing all the things. All right. Last week, we had CPI, we had PPI, we had retail sales, and we had OPEX on Friday. So 4 out of the 5 days, we just had stuff, and more stuff happening last week. So lots of volatility was in the market. Lots was going on there. And, we did okay as a community. Hey there, Deborah. We did okay. Ward says I worked a graveyard shift and I've overslept. Oh my. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Selena. But yeah, we did okay last week. Definitely utilized SPX to pull us some good profits at the end of the day. Worked out really good because with all the volatility that was happening during the day and the price action moves, it was good to just wait until 2:30, 3 o'clock. Pull us some coins off the table at the end of the day. So that's what we did a lot last week. We did have some weekly credit spreads. Some of them did okay. So actually 2 of the 3. We only did 3 because there was so much volatility. We wanted to keep it very light. We had 2 that turned out. I think two of them would have been profitable. One of them we closed based on stop loss, but it ended up would have been fine. And the other one, Microsoft, got completely breached. Which was my fault because we had it as bullish, and I decided partway during the week to turn it into an iron condor, only to after it was all over, look back and say, I think that was bullish. And when I went back and looked at it, it basically did what it was supposed to do. I'm the one who jumped out front. I think I saw Tuesday or Wednesday, I saw it pull back and thought that was going to give us a nice resistance area that would provide call credit spread numbers beyond that. But it turns out that, all it did was pull back for some gas and ran up some more. So that was a good resistance area, and it slowed down a bit, but it just basically kept going. After it got some gas, it went ahead and got moving. And yeah, we were left looking. Basically Thursday and Friday, we were left looking at it. That's what happened. Yes, it did. Okay, so I wanted to share last week, what did our trades look like? Let me go ahead and share the screen and change the sharing of the screen. Or no, I don't have to do that. I can do this here. This is what we have for SPX last week. Good old SPX. I was asked, what are these numbers on my chart? And the numbers that go with each candle on my chart they go with the strat. Not sure if you've ever heard of the strat trading method or the strat trading system. The strat, it's a numbers-based system that has to do with candles. And I leave this there because it's easier for me. It's very visual. very visual way to see it. I'm actually going to turn it off so that way nobody's looking at it going, what are those? What are those? So I'm going to turn those off. What I love about the strat though is that it is so visual, as well as it gives you the time frame continuity to whether things are different time frames are all green, all red, or mixture kind of helps you see that as well. All right, let's look at the daily chart for SPX from last week. And let's go to the weekly chart first. I think I'll do that first. Look at last week. Ooh, we doggy. Last week was green. It actually was a 2 down week. It went down and then came back up. This gap here got closed. The gap that we had identified from previously got closed last week. It dipped right down in the week opening. So the first day, Monday, Tuesday, and it went right on up. The open is the bottom of this candle and the close of the week is the top of the candle. It almost went a 3. It almost went outside. So where it went, but it didn't go back and get this gray area here is where I have marked the gaps. That's where my gaps are marked. And it didn't go all the way up to grab that gap yet, but it's trying to get there. It's trying to get there. But this was what last week looked like, a big old green week. Let's look at it by the day. We did have a gap up that occurred during the week. Let me go ahead and mark that on my chart. Gap is marked from the close of one candle to the open of the next and pull back for price action. But at this point, there's our gap for SPX. Looks like it's about 58.43 all the way up to about 59.05 is a gap that's created. And there's a few more little gaps. Remember, gaps are not only the opening from between candles, because the gap is based on the close of one candle and the open of the other. So this one actually, the part of this, the gap that was left from January the 8th is closed. We can bring this back down and really that fits right into the gap that still remains there. Okay, the close, gap up, got it. Gap up, close it. Okay, close. Okay, all those are closed. Coolie high. This is what SPX did last week. One Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's what happened last week. Just up. We got a gap up on Wednesday, and it just kept on going. After that, we did have a pullback on Wednesday. Oh, there's a gap up here I haven't identified. Let me go ahead and do it. Close of one candle, open of the other would leave us another gap right here. Gap from like 59.37 all the way up to about 59.90. It's a pretty big gap. 59.96. That's a really big gap. This is what happened on Friday. You know, SPX really likes to close its gaps. Oh, let me see. Part of this is closed. Let me make sure I identify the part of the price action that did close, which was down to, up to here. So really the gap now is 59.78. Still a pretty good gap, about 40 points is that gap. All righty. This is what SPX looks like. If you look at it for the last few weeks, looks like it's kind of ranging a little bit, ranging and coiling up, as Adam Mancini says. It's coiling up for a move. And at this point, I think we're all waiting for the inauguration and waiting to see how things come out of next week before we go to see what direction are we going. Which direction are we going? Okay, this is SPY. Of course, the SPY chart is going to look a whole lot like the SPX chart. Wonder why that is. It is because they're based on the same stuff. That's why that is, okay? This is the SPY chart for the week. Close of one candle, open up the next, pull back for price action. Yep. I see another one. Close of one candle, which that one's already been closed, okay? That's what SPY did, of course, looking just like SPX. Let's go see what Triple Q has on us. Oh, I need one more Q. Q. All three Qs. Good evening, everyone who's joining me along the way. Hey there. Hey, Tanya. Good evening for those who are joining me along the way. This looks a whole lot like the SPX and the SPY trades as well. So let's go ahead and close of one candle, Open up the next. Give me a little rectangle. Look, there's no wicks on those. Y'all see that? That on these candles here, the ones from Wednesday and Thursday, there is no bottom wick. It came right down, basically hit a spot. It gapped up to here and never even tried to pull back any into the gap. It just, and it moved right from there and kept on going. And look at this, it's called so many different things. A hammer, a pin bar, upside down shooter. I mean, you could call this, it's basically a hammer, but the hammer candle also came, the wick came right on down to that same spot, right? The top of the gap is at 513 and some change. This gap here can be adjusted because, come on, it doesn't want to be adjusted. Does it want to adjust? I need it to adjust. There we go. Adjust it down to what part is still not filled yet. Okay. Looks like this gap has kind of been lingering for, oh no, this one got filled back here. This one here got filled by the candle here, but then another gap was left after that. That's triple Q. The chart looks a whole lot like SPX and SPY, doesn't it? XPY. Now let's look at IWM. IWM. Also, well, we were coiling. IWM jumped out of the coil like, you never gonna keep a good man down. That's what IBM said. You're not gonna keep me in a box, and jump right out of there and went on about its way. Yes, it did. Okay, so we've got a gap here that needs to be identified. There we go. From about 219 and some change to 222 and some change is another gap that is there. This one here is very close to being filled. Okay. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Okay. IWM. Small caps. It looks like it's been ranging for a minute too. That's what we've got going on with that. Okay. Let's look at our meetings and stuff for this week and see where we are with that. Okay. Let's start with the VIX first. The VIX is currently at 15.97, down 0.63. I want to make sure that I refresh this, make sure it's accurate. Okay. It says it's accurate as of this January 17th. Maybe the VIX does not continue to be trend, but it should still continue to be, it's still in the same spot as of January 17th. Maybe it closes like the rest of the stuff on the market. Okay. Yahoo Finance. The biggest news over this weekend has been what? TikTok. That's been the biggest news. Oh my goodness. All the way down your whole Facebook feed, people crying, whining about TikTok. Anyway, it went off for a few hours. Folks are like they was going to die. And then it came back. It's back. Well, last I saw on somebody else's feed, I didn't really go check for myself. But TikTok appears to be back. And I guess Trump said he's, vows to save it, if you want to call it that. TikTok restoring service after going dark in the U.S., citing Trump clarity. Not sure what that means. Okay. Stock market has never looked like this before. Trump enters office after rallying stocks has brought the market to stretched valuation levels on an uncertain policy path. Yep. Inauguration looms, earnings season rolls on. Mag 7 is going to dominate Davos. The Fed will dominate Davos. Stock playbook for Trump's second term. The other thing that's been the big news for those who are traders is the Trump meme coin that has gone ballistic. The Trump meme coin has gone bananas. That and the Elon coin, both of those have gone, as people would say, parabolic. So that's been, I've seen that in my feed as well. Of course, my feed includes a lot of stock market related stuff. And so anytime you got all that in there, that's what you're going to see. Hello, Mike. How are you? TikTok restoring U.S. service after Trump provided assurance. Trump says he will revive TikTok, but wants 50% U.S. ownership. Hey, well, we go. You can't really hate if we ain't gonna just run all our stuff with us having no skin in the game or nothing. We gonna get out the process. I'm with that. So okay, Perplexity AI makes a bid to merge with TikTok US. Alrighty, so I'm sure there's so much more that remains to be seen from what happens with TikTok. Looks like the ceasefire brings hope in Gaza, freed Israeli hostages reunited with their mothers. Trump draws thousands to Washington rally for a pre-inauguration victory lap. Okay, that's what's happening on CNBC. Let's look at our meetings and stuff for this week. Of course, tomorrow is a bank holiday because it's Martin Luther King birthday. Not because it's the inauguration, because it's Martin Luther King's birthday. We are honoring and celebrating a great man on his birthday. At least that's the day that's being used for his birthday, okay? That's tomorrow. Market is closed, banks are closed, all those good things. Tuesday, we have WEF annual meetings. Not sure what WEF is, so let's go see what that means. World Economic Forum. Ooh, okay, so that means this is that Davos thing I was mentioning. I didn't know what that was. WEF annual meetings are held in Davos and attended by central bankers, prime ministers, finance ministers, trade ministers, and business leaders from over 90 countries. Most meetings are open to the press, and officials usually talk with reporters throughout the day. Comments from central bankers and other influential officers can create significant market volatility. So even though that's the case, it's still showing up as an orange folder. Right, it's still showing up as an orange folder. Looks like that is happening Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Looks like it's happening all week. Okay, that's happening all week. Tuesday, that's the only thing that we've got going on the Forex Factory calendar page. On Wednesday, we've got the same thing, and CB leading index. Thursday, unemployment claims is the only red folder, natural gas storage, crude oil inventories. And Friday, we also have the WEF annual meetings. And then we have our red folder, the PMI, flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI at 9:45 in the morning. Existing home sales and University of Michigan consumer sentiment. That's what's going on as far as meetings and such go. I don't need to look at that. Let's go to, where are we? La, la, la. My mouse is acting crazy. Let me control. It doesn't want to give me control. Okay. Earnings. This is earnings week. Monday, there's nothing because the market's closed and all that. Tuesday morning before open, we've got Charles Schwab, 3M, DR Horton, the housing people, KeyBank, Fifth Third Bank, 4-Star, EDU looks like, Prologis, UMC, and Guaranteed Bank and Trust. All right, that's all on Tuesday morning. Tuesday after close, we got Netflix. Now, Netflix, I'm really wanting and expecting, this is only me, guesstimating. It's time for Netflix to go ahead and decide they're going to split. It's time for them to split some stocks. It really is. It's just time. Okay. There we go. Netflix is Tuesday after market closes. United Airlines, Interactive Brokers, Seagate, Progress, Capital One, Zions Bank Corp, Great Southern Bank, Agilysys, and Wintrust. Wednesday before the open, we got Procter & Gamble, Abbott, Johnson & Johnson, Halliburton, GE Vernova. GE split off its little pieces into parts and stuff. GEV is that ticker. So they were able, I guess, with the part that was still profitable, they kept profitable and wanted to keep it running on its own. And the part that maybe not so much, they separated off. Ally Bank is here. Amphenol, Travelers, Comerica is there. And then TEL, looks like Connectivity. It's all Wednesday morning. Wednesday after close, Kinder Morgan, Alcoa, Discover, Horizon Bank, Steel Dynamics, STLD, Knight, KNX, RLI. We've got Equity, Bank Shares, Cadence, and SL Green Realty Corp, SLG. Thursday morning before the market opens, GE Aerospace. That's the one I was thinking of. That's actually still profitable. Maybe I wasn't profitable. At least the stock's still holding up steady. Profitable or not, I don't really know. American Airlines is here. Freeport McMoran. Oh, that's a McMoran. Freeport McMoran. Copper and gold. Ooh, FCX. Oh, I've seen FCX before. Texas Capital Bank, Elevance Health, Alaska Airlines, McCormick, the people who make the seasoning, not the restaurant. UNP, Union Pacific, TAL, and LYTS. Thursday after close, we got Texas Instruments, Intuitive, CSX, which is the train people, railroad people, East West Bank, Metropolitan Commercial Bank, Source Corporation, First Financial, Associated Bank, Business First Bank, and Covenant. I'm thinking Covenant is the trucking people. My dad used to work for Covenant, so that's how I think that's them. And then Friday before the market opens, Verizon, American Express, Ericsson, HCA Healthcare, Next Era Energy, NEE, First Citizens Bank shares, Lake City Bank, Moog, MOOG, Northwest, and South Plains Financial. Of course, this is not an all-encompassing list. It's just the things that are most anticipated. And we want to thank the Earnings Whispers for always providing this graphic that we use every single week. And we, of course, are not the only ones. But thank you, Earnings Whispers, for always putting out this graphic. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Looks, I believe the post office was going to be closed tomorrow too. Yeah. Oh, it says Trump coin crash over 40% as Melania Trump launches her own per Twitter. Oh my goodness. Okay. So people who were riding, thinking they were going to ride to the sky, got the rug pulled, and the people who sold, okay, I'm leaving that. I ain't even going to jump in on how that goes because we already know how that goes. Selena says, Honer celebrate MLK. Let's always remember. I think you said Honer. I put up a video earlier today, double your account using this strategy. And it basically talks about 5 different ways that you can double up your trading account. All right. You can go over to my YouTube channel. Let me get the link. You can go over to my YouTube channel and visit and see and go look at the video. Okay. This is the link for the video. I got it up here somewhere. It's going to block up the name of the, that's not the one I wanted to share. I wanted to share this one. There we go. That's the video. It's also in the chat. I'm not sure if you are on a different platform. You may or may not be able to see that, but that is a link. If you go to my channel, you should be able to see the video. The video is double your account using this strategy. I uploaded it today. All right. Go ahead and watch the video. Let the ads play. All right. Watch the video. Let it play in the background. Let the ads play. All those good things. Let's see what's over there. Go ahead and take a look at what's over there. Our trade ideas for this week. We've separated them off into 2 sections. That's the lower risk area and the moderate risk area. Right. Notice I've got a lot less things to look at on this graphic because I'm using a criteria to whittle down what it is we need to be looking at and trading per week. I don't know if y'all saw, did I show it last week? I don't think I did. I didn't show y'all the success rate from last week. Let me drag this over to the other screen so y'all can see the success rate from last week. Come on. Move it. I want to move it. There we go. I want to move it. Okay, sing too much of the song because you sing too much of the songs. They want to block parts of your video. This was last week's results. 10 out of 12 profitable trades, 83% win rate. All of the lower risk trades were green for the week based on these strikes. Moderate risk trades, we had Gap, put credit spread, Norwegian, getting tongue tied. Cruise lines, Caesar and Etsy were both good. GE, Oracle were not. Now, GE is the one that's having earnings this week. So trading it right before earnings in itself was going to be a risky endeavor, right? Oracle also was partially breached. The price ended between these 2 strikes. That's what a partial breach means, that the price ended between the 2 strikes. And then PanW was a good trade. All right. Those last week's results. I put this list out every week. Every single week we put out some trade ideas for option sellers. So nobody can say they can't find it. What I do though is inside of our membership, we have a time after this meeting, after this call that I do this call, we get together and we look at the chart for these stocks that we have on our list. and we determine the ones we like, determine entries, look at support resistance, look at some gaps. We look at whatever's required to make sure that the folks who are in the membership are getting equipped. All right. I'm not trying to build the foundation of people who are going to forever need me or need somebody to trade. That's not an empowering educator. I am an empowering educator. I want to empower you to be able to trade on your own and give you the tools and everything you need. I'm saying if you're with me in a membership, you give me, 4 to 6 months, we're going to have you ready to identify all for yourself, identify your stocks, identify your trades, all the good, be ready to scale up, all the things. All right. All the things. We're focused. We're leaning in and we're completely focused on making sure we get everybody profitable in the membership. Get and stay and scale up profitability. Okay. This is our list. We've got IBM and Visa on the put credit spread list, lower risk. JP Morgan, TLT on the call credit spread. Iron Condor up here is UPS. UPS is showing a neutral trend according to the 50 period moving average. We've got a bunch that are in the moderate risk area. APA, AV Gold, Roblox, Taiwan Semiconductors, USO, and SoundHound, which SoundHound is a little bit higher than moderate risk, but I like SoundHound, so I put it on the list because it's my list. I can put it on there if I want to. Those are all put credit spreads. Call credit spreads, Uber. Iron Condor is Qualcomm. Got some strikes there for that. If you follow me in any of my social media places, you should have seen this. If you get emails from me, if you are follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, if you're in Impact with me, I haven't put it up on YouTube, but I will definitely remember to do that. But it's in all the places. All right. It's in all the places. Go ahead and check it out. Several people have gotten their calendar. The Candlesticks Mastery 2025 calendar. It's a calendar because it's got calendar months in it and there's 12 pages in it, but it's really more of a resource, a trading resource than it is a calendar. It just so happens to have a calendar, happen to have calendar dates in it. All right. You can go ahead and grab you a copy of this calendar. Everybody who's gotten it has had rave reviews to say this is really good stuff, loaded with useful information about candlesticks. Every month has a candlestick pattern, a very highly popular, highly used candlestick pattern, tells you about it and tells you how to use it. Every one of those days does that. So you can go ahead and grab you a copy, and the Etsy shop, I got the link in the chat, bit.ly/MEL Melanin Inspirations is the name of my shop. And that's where you can go over and grab and go ahead and order a copy of the calendar. Right? You can go ahead and order you a copy of the calendar. The SPX playbook has been updated. If you bought a copy of the SPX playbook from me already, then you should be able to check your email and see and get access to the updated copy. You don't need to buy it again. That would not be right on my part. I'm going to update something and then charge you for it again. No, if you already bought it, you can get access to it. If you didn't bought it though, that means you don't have it. That means you need to go on over to spxplaybook.net and grab you a copy for $27. This strategy is the one that we're using in the afternoon, the power hour strategy. This is the one that we're using in the afternoon to trade between 2:30 and 3 o'clock and use those. Okay. So if you would like to be able to trade SPX on a 0 DTE, you need to come on over and grab you a copy of this. Now, if you grab you a copy and you think, oh, I just need some support along the way. Well, on Mondays and Wednesdays, sometimes on Fridays, we're actually together on a call. The membership and I are together on a call, entering these trades together. So nobody has to worry about, whether or not you're picking the wrong strikes. Nobody has to worry about, am I picking the right? Am I picking wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Because we're all there together, making sure we're pushing all the same buttons. And if you got questions about what to do, then it's all there for you to do. Okay. Hey, Stacy, I see you there. Ward's asking, can he purchase it via Apple Pay? Should be able to. You go to the Etsy shop. Apple Pay should be one of the choices to pay for it. It should be available that way. Okay. Not Apple, but you're talking about the calendar or the playbook. The calendar is at Etsy and it should be able to pay with Apple Pay. The SPX Playbook is using a Stripe account, and it probably will take Apple Pay as well. All right. Option Sellers Bundle, all of the stuff, all of the strategies that go along with option selling are here in this bundle. You can go ahead and avail yourselves to it completely, okay, and get all the stuff all in one place. If you're looking for some E2T resources, just some free resources, what they both should work on Apple Pay. Free resources, right? You can go over here to e2t-freebies.com, e2t-freebies.com. I know when I put this up, Facebook's not going to like that. I don't really understand some of the times that Facebook doesn't like some of the links for no real reason at all. These are real links. I paid good money to have them secure and all those good things. And either way, it shows up. It's in the comments. So you can go ahead and check there. But new trading adventure. Here's your all-access pass to expert training, supportive community, and must-have resources. All righty. This is the whole page of all the freebies. All the freebies that I have out here. You got a charting cheat sheet that you can grab hold to. A free charting webinar is here. 7 mistakes that traders make that's keeping them from 7 figures, right? 0 DTE strategy cheat code, the way to get 10% profits each day. What's the best trading strategy for you? Options for beginners, a quick start guide, that's here as well. 5 hacks for trading SPX. You get access to my website, access to the community. I knew there was something I forgot. I needed to update that graphic. And free Facebook group. This is the book. Now, this book here is not a freebie. It has a cost associated. It's only $5.99, but it's an ebook about when to use credit spreads versus debit spreads. When do you use one or the other? That's a book there. And then if you want to join our Telegram group, my big Telegram group, you can join that at the bottom down there. All right. All righty. Sometimes Facebook want to be tripping. That's the whole truth now. The whole truth. All righty. We've already looked here at the things we have for next week. It looks to me like we need to wait to see. I'm taking this off. We need to wait to see what kind of response the stock market gives to the activities for Monday, tomorrow, to tomorrow's activities. Let's wait and see how the market responds to it. Yes, you want to trade and watch your chart, do your good technical analysis, but the market's going to make a decision right after the inauguration of which way we're going. And you're going to trade whatever you see, because that's what we do. We trade what we see, right? As sellers, we are definitely not in any rush to rush in and grab hold to nothing. Just know some of your favorite stocks may be having earnings, or they may be earnings adjacent, right? They may be some adjacent thing, right? All the banks are still doing their thing, or the ones that haven't showed up last week are still going to show up this week. You got certain things that may be showing up. You want to be, mindful. No rush in, no reason to rush in. All right. All righty. Okay. So tomorrow morning, we're not going to be live, because we're live in the mornings and pre-market when the market is open, and market's not going to be open tomorrow. So we're not going to be open either. All right. But my community and I are getting together this evening to make sure that we're ready for Tuesday. We're going to be ready for Tuesday. So if you're in the community and want to hang out with us this evening, we're going to do that at 6 o'clock. If you're not in the community but still want to hang out with us, you can come on into the Option Seller Zone membership. Option Seller Zone membership. And you can do that at educator-to-trader.com. Educator-to-trader.com. All righty. Well, as usual, it's been wonderful hanging out with y'all this evening. And I will see some of you all in the market. I watched the football game last night, saw the Commanders win. I'm not a fan of anybody. Well, I kind of am, but I'm really not. I won't tell you how I pick I'm following, because that's going to look like I'm being one-sided. So, but I was glad the Commanders won last night. And I'm hoping the Ravens, I don't know who's winning now. Anybody know if the Ravens is winning? The Ravens are winning. I'm not sure what kind of English I'm talking. Are the Ravens winning right now? Who knows? Somebody can tell me whether the Ravens are winning or are they losing? Anybody know? I see Selena says enjoy your day. We don't know if the Ravens are winning or not. Somebody put me a comment in the chat saying that the Ravens are or are not winning. Guess I could do a quick little search while I'm on here, but some of y'all should be able to type a little faster than me. That's gonna have to go and find it have to go find it. Game has not started. Who just played then? Oh, the Eagles. I meant to ask about the Eagles. Are the Eagles winning? I know somebody who plays on the Eagles. Are they winning? Go Chiefs. I don't think they're playing yet. All right. Thank you, Shadell. Thank y'all for helping a sister out. I think the Eagles are playing right now, right? Eagles score. Oh, well, they're winning by 4 points. They're up. The Eagles are up, looks like 4 points. It's 15-19. We're in the fourth quarter, like we got 8 minutes left. When I say we, like I'm out there playing. Child, I ain't out there. I do know somebody who plays for the Eagles, though. So good luck to them. All righty, everybody. I'll see you in the market. Let's stay green and let's get this money. All righty. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye. Have a good evening.